Welcome to Natural Me. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about some very important factors you have to consider if you are going to make use of my ulcer healing process. Remember that my process is not just a relief process, but it is actually an 100% healing process. So listen to all that I have to say, follow this procedure, and you'll be sure to gain your healing. Also note that this process is the first ever you're going to see, because it's actually my experiment and it works perfectly well. If you have not watched my ulcer video previously, go back and watch it, and also watch this video to understand all that will happen while you go through this process, so that when you feel anyhow, you don't feel scared, because you're well prepared to go through the process. Always remember that I'm a product of the process, and it is still natural me. Remember that in my first video, I make mention of you chewing onion. That's the process you need to start with. But I've heard things like, oh, the onion burns me when I chew it and thereabout. It's not a big deal. It's something you can easily deal with. All you need to do is drink enough water before you go chew your onion. You could take as much as 1.5. That will really be helpful. And such that when you're done chewing the onion, you don't even need to take extra water to gain any relief. The best way to gain your relief is take enough before chewing your onion, and you'll be far better than when you took your onion without taking enough water. I don't want you to make the mistake of rushing to buy the white onion just because you don't want to feel the burning. I didn't do my experiments with the white onion. I used the purple, and that is what helped me to gain my result. So I don't think you will gain a result using the white. So I don't want you to waste 2 weeks chewing white onion thinking you are actually gaining a result. Meanwhile, you're just chewing onion. I also mentioned that you should not allow your blood pressure drop lower than 115. And that was because I wanted you to take maximum caution. But the truth is, while I was going through the process, my blood pressure dropped as low as 100 and sometimes 95. And that was because I understood the pros and cons of the process. I want you to know that green pepper, depending on the size you're taking, drops between 4 mmHg to 10 mmHg of your blood pressure. So because of that, I had to give you that precaution to take. But if you are able to understand and follow all that I will say in this video, you may be able to even highlight a blood pressure drop as low as 100, and you are still safe. For example, green pepper also drop glucose level a whole lot. So if you are hypoglycemia, it's preferable you don't even use this process at all until you increase your glucose level. Of course, that should help you know that hyperglycemia is actually when your glucose level is too low, and you know what it means when your glucose level is very low and you're also using something that brings it down further. So those are one major. That's one of the major reasons I had to make you go through all this caution. And back to the blood pressure, because he also dropped blood pressure so much. And noting also that when you go through activity that are strenuous, for example, you do sports or you engage in house construction or any other activity that takes a lot of energy from you, your blood pressure drops more. So imagine you are now eating green pepper and also doing activity that takes a lot from you. So imagine you're doing two things that drops your blood pressure a whole lot. So that's the main reason I wanted you to take all those things into consideration and make sure that it doesn't drop more than 115. But if you know that, oh, my activity are not that strenuous for the day, you can go ahead and chew a big green pepper, and as well, if it's 115, you still go ahead and chew. But this is what I also do. I also need to let you know, not because I wanted my ulcer to go very fast. I was chewing the big green pepper, and every morning I would take a certain quantity of salt. So every morning I will take this quantity of salt and the water. All I just need to do is make sure that I had enough water so that the salt is light in my mouth. I do that every morning, and because I'm still going through chewing green pepper every day, it wasn't a concern. The green pepper would not even allow you to have the salt have any side effect. So use that if you are confident enough to do that. That's what I did, and it was very safe. There was no issue at all. And also, if you want to know what other things to do so that you can increase your blood pressure when they are down, check my video on how to lower blood pressure. In that video, I also spoke about other things you can do to increase your blood pressure. And as you do that, you'll be very safe going through this process. It's a very safe process, a very short process. So feel free, feel safe. So apart from taking salt every morning, I also need to let you know that even when you're taking your green pepper, it's also advisable that you take enough water. 1.5 liter will still be good. Take it before you chew the green pepper, so that when you're done chewing it, you don't need to take water afterwards. It's best that way. These are the processes I went through, and this is what helped me gain the maximum result. So do it this way, except you just want to carry out your own different experiment. But if you do it this way, you'll be very, very good. So if you wake up in the morning feeling weak or feeling dizzy or whatever, all you just need to do is first check your blood pressure. And that's why, remember that I mentioned that you should check your blood pressure from time to time. If you can do it every day, fine. If you do it once in 2 days, as far as you understand the reading of your blood pressure. So that will help you understand how often you need to check that. So if you check your blood pressure and everything is okay, and you see that, oh, you're still feeling weak, there's a very big possibility that you're very close to hypoglycemia. I mean, you know that I said hypoglycemia is when your blood glucose is too low. And since you're very close to this, there is a possibility that you drop a lot of glucose and you feel so weak in the morning. So all you need to do is, if you have access to sugar cane, because I love it in natural way, just chew enough sugar cane before you set out. Or if you don't have access to sugar cane, you could add sugar to probably your soya milk or any other natural drink around. I love to go the natural way because it's always safer and it's easier for my body to digest them, especially when you know that your digestive system are already weak because you have ulcer. So you need to take all those things into consideration because when you eat food that doesn't digest easily, what you're doing is you're stressing your intestine again. You're stressing your esophagus and other parts of your intestine. So be wise enough to make sure that you eat food that digest easily. An example of food you need to avoid fried food. You know that the regular oil that you buy every day, they are not natural in any way. They are just a lot of chemical mixed with few whatever natural stuff. And if you want to doubt me on that, you could sit back and think of how much oil you have to extract from groundnut oil before you get 1 liter of groundnut oil, and the amount those regular oil are sold. That will help you know that something must have been done to make sure that it comes to that price. So be wise in all that you do. Also try as much as possible to avoid bread. If possible, stop it completely. I don't know why you'll be going through ulcer and you know that bread doesn't digest easily and you're like, oh, you can't do without bread. But okay, is it that, are you trying to say that you can live with pain as well when you have a way of overcoming that pain? By now, I believe you as an ulcer patient should know the end result of milk. So I don't think we need to overemphasize the fact that you also need to stop milk. People say, oh, don't eat meat as well. I don't think that's true. You can eat your meat as far as you're not going to fry it. Except you're going to use coconut oil or you just roast it or grill it in your oven. And it's very safe that way. it digests easily that way. The major reason your meat becomes unsafe is when you fry it. You know that the oil, it doesn't make your food digest easily, so it becomes a problem. So other food that may not digest easily, like your high glycemic food, probably like your rice, eba, or whatever. What you just need to do is to make sure that you eat them along with soup that helps this food to break down easily. If your combination is good, then you're okay. But if you know that when you eat them with a particular kind of soup and it doesn't break down easily, you need to quickly make a change so that you're not stressing your intestine. One experience I also need to share with you is the process of getting your green pepper, because I experienced something while going through the our healing process. I went to the market to buy green pepper, and guess what? I bought one green pepper that was looking so good, strong, and and I felt, oh, it was the best. But I got to the house, and as I tried to chew it, I realized that, oh, this green pepper is not mature. They just plug it like that without it being mature. So if you are inexperienced in knowing how green pepper smells when it's mature or how it tastes when it's mature, you can talk to someone, maybe a woman that is experienced enough. So until you get used to the smell, so that such that when you go to the market and you buy the immature green pepper, you stay away from using that. So take all this thing into consideration, and you're most likely going to experience this when it's not much in season. But if it's much in season, you will hardly experience this. And if you experience this as well, just make sure you stay away and don't choose such. This is one very important part I mustn't leave out as well. If you are into smoking or drinking and you have ulcer, you need to make a choice. Either you prefer enjoying your drink and smoking, or you rather want to overcome your ulcer. So you need to make a choice. Is my health better, or is enjoying my drink and smoking better? If you really want to heal, this is very, very important. In fact, there was a study done in China. Those that overcame their ulcer through some kind of processes they use, they they overcame it, and it never came back. Were those that were not drinking or smoking, and those that doesn't have diabetes. So if you also have diabetes, check my channel to see the process of healing diabetes. So the green pepper is one of the things you're still going to use in that video. So check it, check the process I said you should use to cure that as well. And by the time you go through the process, those processes, you overcome the ulcer, your diabetes. If you feel like giving me some money, like I mentioned in my diabetes video, I'm open to it. Who doesn't like money? So feel free as you go through all my processes, because I've actually gone through them myself. That's why I always tell you in my video that I'm a product of the process. When you get to the stage when you realize that your ulcer wound is completely gone, that means you don't feel pain again, you don't feel those reactions you always feel. For example, my ulcer was so bad that anytime I go to the toilet to pee, I feel pain. So when I don't feel it again, there was so much excitement. But this is what I would advise you. When you get to that stage, don't feel those pain again. Still take your green pepper for another 1 week, so that you firm up those wounds, so that it doesn't come up again. You know that if the wound, a little of the wound is still there, and it gets to the stage that you become comfortable, you don't feel the pain again, you think that everything is okay. You may not have firm up that place, the little one is still there, and you are eating anything and thereabout, and it start expanding again, and the pain come up again. So that's why I say take extra 1 week to make sure you firm up the place, and you are a lot better. Another thing I want you to note is that I'm carrying out an experiment on highs. I already did one highs video, but this particular experiment I'm carrying out, I'm gaining massive results. One major issue I'm using this to tackle is uveitis. And so you know that uveitis is kind of common these days because we use our phones a lot and thereabout. So go and read what your uveitis is all about. That's inflammation of the muscles of the eyes. So if I get 100% results, guess what? I'm going to release this. And also subscribe, like, share. You know that if you turn on the turn up the notification button. You'll be one of those to receive those lovely videos that are coming up. One of them is also knee pain. I've been battling knee pain for over 13 years, and I'm going through a process that is helping me heal. And I'm feeling if my knee pain of over 13 years, which I encountered while playing football, if it can get to this process of healing, and if it can heal completely, then I don't think any other person will have knee pain that my process will not heal. I'm going to release that knee pain video in 4 stages because they are processes. I'm going to release that. I'm going to release my eyes video, so many other videos, so many experiments going on. I just want to be 100% sure that what I'm giving you, I can be very confident in telling you that, oh, it's going to work. And you know that integrity pays. If I tell you to work and you use it and it works, you will always come back to my channel. You always come back to watch my video. You always share my video. You always talk about me, and that way we all grow together. Note that this is the only way you can help me by liking, subscribing, sharing. Don't forget to do that, please. Always subscribe. Press the red button, please. And if you do that, you also make me happy. Even I'm striving to make you happy. So one part I've been able to heal comfortably is my waist. My waist pain is such that it was so annoying. If I sleep, I'm battling to turn this way or turn that way. But that is gone, and I'm surely going to release the process I use for that too. It's been a long time I had the waist pain. I also had this heel pain, that I was battling. My 2 heels. I remember playing football and I had to come out in so much pain. I almost cried, but I tested my heel by carrying 2 12.5 kg field guards, and I climbed a staircase with them, with those 2 field guards. Because what makes me feel the pain more is anytime I'm carrying any load. So I wanted to carry a load that is really heavy. I really wanted to know if I truly gone past that stage of the pain. And when I did that, there was so much excitement. So I'm going to show you, if you have heel pain, if you know anybody that have heel pain, just tell them to come quick, be part of this lovely channel, because they will gain so much result. I have actually used a lot of orthodox medicine in trying to overcome pain, and so I know what some of you must have done using ibuprofen and thereabout. Ibuprofen was one major drug I was using trying to overcome my knee pain and other pain, and so many other pain tablets. Seriously, that was the period I had my ulcer, and I battled for years. Thank God I finally got a process that healed me, and today I love natural processes more. I've come to dislike drugs so much. So if you see me talk to you today and say, oh, I hate drugs so much, it was because of the damages it did to my health. I don't like orthodox drugs at all. Before, I used to like them. I used to be a fan of them. I hate when people talk about natural stuff. But now, I'm a good pal into natural stuff because it works.